Friends, gather round because tonight we're diving headfirst into the legal equivalent of a mosh pit, the ongoing brawl over sanctuary cities and whether the government can cut off their funding like a bad roommate changing the Wi-Fi password. You see, some cities, those rebellious souls, decided they weren't too keen on helping federal agents round up undocumented immigrants. They argued it made their communities less safe. The Trump administration, however, had a different take. You want to play by your own rules? Fine, but no more sweet, sweet federal funding for you. Fast forward to the present and we've got ourselves a real legal showdown. We're talking lawsuits, conflicting rulings, and enough legal jargon to make your head spin faster than a politician trying to explain a campaign donation from a Russian oligarch. It's enough to make you want to grab a beer, but hold on to your horses because this legal rodeo is far from over. Now, the legal world, much like the inside of a teenager's locker, can be a messy and confusing place. Case in point, our two esteemed judges, John McConnell and Sarah Ellis. Judge McConnell, bless his cotton socks, decided to play the role of peacemaker, slapping a temporary restraining order on all funding freezes initiated by the Trump administration. Chaos averted. Not so fast. Enter Judge Ellis, who essentially ruled that Trump could unfreeze grants previously withheld from those rebellious sanctuary cities. Suddenly, we're in a legal game of ping-pong, with two judges volleying contradictory rulings back and forth. It's enough to give a legal scholar whiplash, or at the very least, a mild case of heartburn. And to make matters even more interesting, a lower court decided to block funds to sanctuary cities, a move that has Trump crying judicial overreach all the way to the Supreme Court. Buckle up, folks, because this legal roller coaster is just picking up speed. Now let's break down the legal arguments, because even a legal slugfest needs some rules, right? The states, God bless their little litigious hearts, are arguing that these funding freezes are causing more chaos than a pack of ferrets in a balloon factory. They claim it's causing irreparable harm, which is lawyer speak for things are messed up, and people are hurting. The Trump administration, on the other hand, is clinging to the argument that the president has the power to direct agencies and set conditions for federal grants, especially when it comes to playing nice with federal immigration laws. They're basically saying we're the ones with the money, so you better play by our rules. It's a classic case of my way or the highway, but with billions of dollars and the fate of cities hanging in the balance. This whole shebang isn't just about money and immigration, though. It's about something much bigger, the balance of power. The courts are supposed to act as a check on executive power, but when you've got judges throwing down conflicting rulings, it muddies the waters and throws the whole system out of whack. It's like trying to conduct an orchestra when everyone's playing a different tune. So what happens next? Well, all eyes are on the Supreme Court, which is like the legal equivalent of the Jedi Council. They're expected to hear arguments later this year, and their decision could have major implications for executive power and the role of the judiciary. Will they side with the states and slap down the Trump administration's attempts to control the purse strings? Or will they give the president more leeway to impose his will on local governments? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, this legal drama is far from over, and it's sure to have us all on the edge of our seats. So stay tuned, folks, because this is one court case you won't want to miss.